Hello and welcome back to Student Tutorials. In today's tutorial we're going to show you how to use PicoLog in conjunction with the TCO8. PicoLog 6 is the software you're going to use with your thermocouple in order to take down temperature data. So when you first open PicoLog 6, this is the screen you'll be met with. So you'll see on the left we have three tabs. We have a Settings tab, a Files tab and a Configuration tab. So the Settings tab looks like this. You've then got your Files tab where you can save your files. They'll be saved as a .picolog file. And you'll see here if I browse, in my PicoLog folder I've got some of my previous datasets. And then this top red button is a configuration tab. So what we're going to do first is go into our Settings tab. Now you don't actually need to do this if you have a thermocouple on hand, but what this allows you to do is play about with PicoLog settings if you don't actually have a thermocouple plugged in. So you'll see here that if I press on one demo device for the TCO8 and go to my configuration tab, PicoLog has provided me with a fake data set to play with. So if I click on device information, it shows me here that this is a set of temperature data from February 2017. So you can play about with this in the same way that you would your actual sensor. Now to get our actual TCO8 to come up, I'm going to plug in my TCO8 to my laptop. And you'll see here that once I've done this, it'll come up like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my thermocouple into plug number 1. You'll see this on your TCO8. And then I'm going to click 1 to add a channel. So see here I can change the colour of my channel, I can change the sample size, and I can change the scaling or probes. So we're just going to have no scaling on this. And then our input type is a type K thermocouple, as that's the ones you'll be working with in your physics labs. You'll see on the thermocouple it says this. There we go, so you'll see on our channels and axis on the right hand side, we've now set up channel 1. So this is logging data from our K thermocouple in channel 1, and it's logging about 25 degrees, which is perfect for room temperature. You'll see if I try this on my demo channel with a different colour, it's going to give me about 70 degrees, as this is the data set that comes with the demo for the TCO8. On this right hand side as well, you'll see you've got alarms. You have option to add capture notes and annotations, and you can get some capture information as well. So it gives you the time that you started, the time you've ended, and name of the file tags. Now you'll see here at the top that there are 3 different buttons. So this first one allows me to reset my data after I've taken a sample set. The second one allows me to save my data to a file. And the third one allows me to export my data either as a PDF or a CSV, which we'll do at the end. You'll see here as well on this left hand side there are 3 main tabs. The first one here is the configuration, and the second one is the graph. So this is where your data is going to show up as a graph in real time. You see there's a few options here. We can add access and starting points, or you can add annotations and comments. This third tab here is where you configure data tables, which we're going to do at the end after we have our data. Now you'll see here there should be a red button at the top in the middle which allows you to start recording data. If you don't have this, just reset your data. It usually just means that you've started recording by accident, like so. And we're now ready to start logging our temperature. So you'll see here I've only got channel 1 ticked, so this means I'm only going to record data for channel 1. You'll see here that I can either do a continuous capture or stop after a fixed time. So I'm just going to set a fixed time here for 1 minute. It gives you a summary of your capture, and then I'm going to start my capture. So if we go into our graph tab here, you'll see that I'm starting to get some temperature from my sensor. If I go and add my channel 1 demo, you'll see that I can now get my temperature from the demo sensor as well. And this has got it in a separate colour on my graph. So once my 1 minute's up, I can go into my table, and I'm now going to configure myself a data table. So you'll see here that it gives you the options of what you want to have in your table. So I'm just going to select all of them. Like so. I've got it to 3 decimal places, and I've still got the same sample rate. And there we go. And this kind of data table can be exported very easily to a CSV to be used within Python and to Excel for your labs. So if I export to CSV and export my entire capture, like so, I'm just going to save it in my PicoLog folder. And if I open this up, you'll see here it's now exported it to a CSV, which I can import into Python and Jupyter using pandas in order to create graphs in Python. Finally, you see in the Files tab, this has now saved my newest dataset in there. So that's everything on how to use PicoLog. Thanks so much for watching.